All right, guys, welcome to your story. My name is Mas, and I'm here with Cash.
Hello.
All right, Cash,
Hello. How's
how
it
are you? I'm
going?
good. Yourself?
Not too bad. Okay, Mus, why your story?
To be honest with you, that's a really great question. The reason why I've created like your story, for a long time myself, I didn't quite understand my own story.
Mm,
Like my pattern, like my childhood, my pain,
yeah.
um, the things that made me who I am today. Um, the reason why I act the way that I act, the way that I speak the way that I speak. I didn't quite understand why I'm like that.
We're somewhat a compilation, aren't we, of like the steps we've taken through life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct. Yeah. So basically, I didn't quite understand why I'm the way I am, and when I understand why I'm why I'm the way that I am,
Yeah.
um, I I realize that a lot of people, yourself, the next person, a lot of people don't speak. They have a lot of things that they need to speak about.
Absolutely. I feel
Um,
like when you came to me with this idea, firstly, thank you for coming to me with this idea because I'm more than happy to sort of be a part of facilitating a larger sort of platform for people to truly express themselves. So thank you for doing that. Out of all of the podcast sort of themes you could have gone with,
yeah,
I've seen some people do, like friendship stuff, even like sex relationship
yeah,
stuff, compatibility and all of that. But to find a platform that is really down to earth and for people to truly express themselves and tell us where they're from and where they're going, I think that's really great. So congrats for that.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess like as well, it's just creating that safe space
Hmm.
for people to come and tell their stories without being judged.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, that's really great. And then why start this podcast now out of all times?
I guess like I was saying, when I understood my story, I've always feel like I need a way to create a space for people that feel like the people that feel don't feel seen or heard. And I never know like what I need to do in order for me to create that space.
Yeah.
And this idea came to my head last year that I need to maybe create a podcast. Because I feel like myself, I can speak a lot and I can, relate to people. I can put myself on people's shoes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so like it's more of like, you know, like giving people a voice that feel
Yeah.
unheard and don't feel seen.
Yep,
Yep.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And media tends to glorify there's someone who looks a very specific way or acts a specific way, but the truth of the matter is that we are so diverse to actually put us into a statistic is nearly impossible.
Correct.
And for that reason, that I think there can be a lot of confusion. People can be misunderstood, and even just coming from like a different background. There are
Correct.
things that we do habitually and behaviorally that are completely different from other people. I
Correct.
myself know that better than anyone else. Even
Yeah.
jumping from US to UK,
Yep.
mannerisms are
Yeah.
worlds apart, even if they speak the same language.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. And what can your listeners like expect from you? Like, what are you hoping to sort of bring to the audience, in terms of, I guess, like value, like what kind of people are you hoping to see? What kind of like content are you hoping to post? And what's the vibe gonna look like?
So moving on, the main thing that I'll be doing, starting will be like releasing a podcast and
Yeah.
sorry, releasing a episode.
Hmm.
So basically, I'll be having guests coming on, and they'll come and tell their stories,
Yeah.
and it'll be like mainly raw stories and real stories, real people.
Hmm.
I don't really care about the fame and all those sorts like those sort of people. I
Yeah.
want like real stories. What made you who you are?
Yeah.
Um,
So it's not about like the money or the status, it's just the realness of the story.
exactly. And so
So you could
uh,
be anyone,
it could be anyone,
literally
yeah,
anyone. And if you've got a story to share, then you
yeah,
know where to go.
yeah. And I can tell you this as well. Like I'm hoping for people that will be listening out there. There can be somebody that is watching and see a story, like see someone telling their stories in the podcast, and they can be related to it.
Yeah.
And let's say you've been through something and you hear somebody speaking on the podcast, and you can say that maybe I'm not alone. Um,
Absolutely. I feel like all my like icons, like everyone that I kind of like looked up to, I found through either like reading or media or even just meeting face to face. But I feel like a lot of the things that I wasn't taught,
yeah,
I learned from other people and just like watching other people. So I think that could be really, really good.
yeah,
Yeah, awesome.
yeah.
Okay. And like finally, before we get into your story, what is like the name Your Story mean to you? Is there a reason why you chose that specifically? Like, is it just to sort of encapsulate what we're doing here, or was there like a deeper birth to it?
Um, it's mainly like it's I think it speaks for itself. Your story. I do feel like everybody have this like everyone have their own story.
Yeah.
So mainly the idea is for you to own your story, for me to own my story, and
Hmm.
we all have our own stories,
Yeah.
and like to not be ashamed of your story, like
Yeah.
the things that you've been through, it's okay. Sometimes I feel like speaking about the things that I've been through to somebody, I don't expect you to give me like feedback or like
Yeah.
give me like to solve what happened,
Yeah. Yeah.
but just me letting it out does actually help.
Yeah.
And like sometimes when you do speak to that person, it can be anybody, but when you
Mhm.
speak to somebody about what you're going through, it may help just letting it out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that like there's so many things that, people don't say because there isn't really space for it.
Yeah.
Like you don't go into your like job like trauma bond. Like it's very rare to go into a job and like trauma bond or go
Yeah.
into a job and be like, yeah, so this happened to me back in the day.
Correct.
Like there's no space for
Yeah.
that. They're gonna be like, are you okay?
Yeah. I think our society makes it hard as well for us to share the things that we've been through.
Yeah, and not be judged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very hard because, you know, us like as human being, when we first see somebody, we already have like an idea of who we think we are in our head.
Mm.
And that's I feel I had to learn that that's like it's not the way that it should be.
Yeah.
Like it's when, for example, when I see you, Cash, and seeing you a tall, beautiful girl and things like that, I can already have like an idea whether you're giving me like a bitch face or things like that. I may think that you're rude and things like
Yeah.
that based on how you are that day
Yeah,
when I'm
yeah,
meeting you for the
yeah.
first time.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
the things that I don't know is why are you not smiling, right?
Mm.
Why are you smiling too much? Like the things like that. Why are you like that? There's a reason. You've been,
Absolutely.
yeah, like you had to go through like a lot of things for you to become the person that you are today.
Absolutely.
Same as me.
Yeah.
Like, and same goes to the next person and next person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love one thing I love to do. I love surprising people.
Mm,
So I love that they carry a certain perception and I
yeah.
love shattering it. It's so
Yeah. You
satisfying.
tell them that you're not who you think I am.
Yes, exactly. It's
Yeah.
great. It's actually really fun.
What face do you show?
Huh?
Like when you say you walk in a room and you don't know like a lot of people don't know you. What do you
Yeah.
want people to think of like of you?
Mm-hmm. I feel like certain people will clock me right away.
Yeah.
Like they will see that I come across as intimidating. And I think before I switched my look up, I used to like to wear a lot of black. I used to dress a bit more thuggish. And I really
Mm,
liked that. But certain people saw through it right away.
yeah.
And they'd know right away that I'm like a golden retriever underneath all the goth clothing. And then certain people will not see that. But to be honest with you, when I walk into a room, I'm watching everybody else. I know they're watching me, but
Mm,
I'm watching everybody else. And I don't go for the loudest person in the room.
yeah.
I feel like the loudest person in the room is so used to being the loudest person. I go for the
Mm,
quietest person in the room. So, Mas, you grew up in a few places in your life. So let's take it, I guess, in a timeline chronological wise. You were born when?
I was born in 2000
2000
in
and
September 13, 2000.
September 13th,
Yeah.
2000.
Yeah.
And what was your like birth town?
Um,
Do you know that?
it was what's the name of it?
Yeah. Do you know where
Um,
you were born?
yeah. So my village is not a town.
Sorry, that's
What?
British in
It's
me.
not a town. My village that I was born in, it's called. Oh, should I say the name?
Yeah, yeah, go for it.
It's called Dick. I'm not even joking.
Way to start off.
I'm not. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. And don't ask me how to spell that because
Okay.
it's called like literally that's how it's called. I'm not even taking a
Okay.
piece.
Okay.
It's like a small village, right?
We didn't go over this, by the way. But I was thinking about where he was born, because I know where I was born. So Mas was born September 13th, 2000, in a village called Dick. I love that. I really hope we don't have to bleep that out.
Oh my days, yeah.
Okay.
I was born in a village called Dick. And yeah, um
You don't remember that, so.
nah, I do have this like I don't remember how it was,
Mm,
but that's where my name is Masur, full name is Masur.
hmm.
That's where it comes from. Masur means tap
Yeah.
water. And so the year that I was born in Dick, please be serious. The year that I was born in my village,
Okay.
um,
Serious.
that's the year that my dad my dad built a tap water for the community
In that village.
in that village.
Nice.
So the way that my mom always called me, right? She called me Masur Diek. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. So it tap water off my village. That's how my mom was like she's the way she's been calling me growing up,
Okay.
right? Because so at the time when I was born, before I was born, my village was they had to go to a different village
Just to get water.
to get water.
How far was that?
I don't know.
Like,
But it's a long like they have to take the jerry can and then
yeah.
carry water in their head.
Yeah.
Like it's a long trip.
People used to get
Yeah.
the jerry cans, like the
Yeah.
contain. Is it like this
Containers, yeah, it's
like,
containers, yeah, water containers.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Plastic?
Plastics, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And they have to go to the next village to get water. So my dad had to like my dad built a tap water for the
Nice.
village.
Yeah.
And that's the year that I was born. That's around the same time that I was born. And that's why they call me Masur.
Yeah.
It's like a tap water.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, yeah.
You like blessing people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you stayed there till
I stayed there till
you're 3 years
the
old.
last 3 years
Do you have
old,
any
yeah.
like first memories of the place?
Nah, not really, if
No.
I'm being honest with you.
That was in Sudan, yeah?
That was South Sudan, yeah, in
South
South Sudan.
Sudan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, and we migrate from South Sudan to Kenya.
Born in Dick. You can't get me to have a straight face with that. I'm sorry. And during this time, there was the second civil war in Sudan, right?
Yep.
And that was around those 2000s bit. But in 2005, I read up that there was a peace agreement.
Yep.
So between like 2004 and 2007, you were in Kenya.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So that's still during the second Sudanese war.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Do you remember traveling to Kenya any bit?
Yeah, I do remember like a little bit. I was just like obviously a little boy. We were like we walked for like quite a long time. Um, it was just like a walk, and then we get to get a car, and then it's just like honestly, it just felt like we're just like going around and around and around. That's how it felt.
Yeah.
And we were carrying luggages, obviously. I was carrying my own luggages as well at three.
Damn, at 3 years old?
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
have a little backpack
Backpack. No, I was
No.
carrying like
on your head?
my head, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, so it was tough. Mom said that I was a very tough kid. And then eventually I became soft. So I was the youngest kid at the time.
Yeah. How many of you traveled to Kenya?
To Kakuma. So two of my sisters and then me and my brother and then my mom. So there's five of us, four kids and then mom by herself.
Yeah.
So we were quiet. were quite young at
Mm,
the time, and it was it was like a hard, we for honest I didn't know where I was going.
mm.
Um, how we used to see it is like we're going to it feels like we're going to in our language we said when a meal is up,
Uh,
so we call that we're going up,
you're journeying
like it's
up.
like heaven or some shit.
Yeah,
That's how it
yeah,
feels like leaving from my village.
yeah.
Because my village like is always like war, people dying, like
In the village
in the
itself,
village, yeah.
did you like were there like first-hand cases of like people dying and violence and
Yeah, so about like my about South Sudan, with like a lot of people don't know. Um, I'm Nuer. To my tribe is Nuer. And then like so there's a fight between Nuer and Dinka.
mm,
There's a fight between Nuer and Murle. Murle is another tribe. Fighting over kettles,
yeah.
and then within Nuer, within my own tribe, there's like fights as well between my own tribes. So my dad and my mom, they
Are
different
they
sub tribes
different?
within all speak the
Nuer.
same language, yeah, within Nuer,
Wow.
and they fighting as well. And then like it's literally like people as you go,
Yeah.
like when white people see us Sudanese, we may look like we're the same
We're all
people,
the yeah, yeah, yeah.
but when you go like deeper in the village,
Yeah.
there's a lot of separations in there.
Damn.
Yeah,
Didn't
different.
anyone say individuality should have been like appreciated?
Oh, bro, it's
It's
like
like cool, you're different.
yeah, it's crazy. Even like yeah, playing football as well. When we came to Kenya,
Yeah.
it's like you have to play to your like with your people, not just Nuer, the sub tribe. So it's like it just individuality as you go, as you go. Um,
Damn.
yeah, they take pride to that,
Yeah.
and the bad part is just like about like fighting and killing each other. We're the
Yeah,
same people,
exactly.
fighting over cows, and
And it's
then
still going on,
it's still
which is
going on.
crazy. It's still
Yeah,
going on. Like
yeah,
you can't if you're in any way aware of what's going on,
yeah,
it hasn't stopped and it's still going. Yeah, that's really crazy. That's
yeah,
really, really crazy.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, let's talk about Kakuma a little bit.
yeah.
Um, so you were in Kakuma until 2007.
Correct.
So 2004 to 2007. That
Yeah,
was like 3 years. Um, is that where you started with football in that time?
yeah, correct. Yeah,
Nice. What was
yeah.
that like?
Um, in like Kakuma in general, what was it like?
Yeah, like tell me a little bit about like, maybe arriving there, like because nobody else has been there, right? Unless we talk about Gatwit. What's his name?
Gatwich.
Gatwit. You
My
was there, yeah,
cousin,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
my cousin
Yeah.
Gatwich.
But like unless it's someone's been there, we don't know anything about what it's like. And after you told me what it was like, I was like, people need to know what this is like because there's so many times that we take the simplest things for granted. And
Yeah,
it's crazy, like the simplest things.
yeah,
And even I say this like like first world problems. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So like I really would like to know like sort of your experience growing up as a child in Kakuma. Like what
yeah.
was that like?
The first thing that I would say is like going to school. You don't know whether like coming back home there's going to be food or water. That's like just the picture of how you can view everything, right?
Yeah.
Like living in Kakuma is very dry, it's very dusty. And we were refugees there,
Yeah.
which means that the way that we get our food, there's no like jobs where our parents can go work.
Yeah.
Um,
Were there
we
people in Kakuma who did have jobs?
like being a teacher, and
Uh-huh.
like working as a doctor and things like that. And thinking about these people, these are not people that finished their university and things like that.
Yeah.
These people, they just graduate high school to go teach high school.
Right.
So, in regards to the lifestyle there, um, it's hard, right? We get our food like monthly. We're getting our food monthly for the family, so we get like a portion of this is for your family. My
Yeah.
mom's name is Mary.
Yeah.
This is the portion of Mary's family.
Yeah.
So they give you salt, they give you oil, they give you like food,
Your rice.
and
Do you get
rice.
rice?
Rice is like occasionally.
Yeah.
We get like flour
Yeah.
occasionally as well. So we get adis,
It's like a
they're like peas,
peas.
I
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
peas,
Peas.
peas. So
Yeah.
we get like different sort of food monthly, and within that food, so that food is like that's like our paycheck. If you were
Yeah.
to it's paycheck in the way that we are in
Did they
Australia
like
here.
portion it for the month for everyone, or they just gave you a portion
So
that you have to like scrape by?
think about, like, for example, this water, like cup of water
Yeah.
that can be like, let's say they give you a flour.
Yeah.
They'll give you a flour in that cup, and that's for one person, for example. So if you're a family of six, they give you
Yeah.
six of these.
Gotcha.
Yep. And
Gotcha.
you have the amount of food they gave you,
Make it last.
you have to make it last. You eat it, you buy clothes with it, because you go sell it, obviously. You buy, like, and then you buy shoes with it, the school books, and the fence, like if you need to like work on the fence, and also if you're building the house and things like
So
that.
like that was your currency.
That's the currency.
Your
Yeah.
food was
Food is
currency.
the currency, yeah, yeah.
Do you remember like do you feel like you went hungry a lot?
Um, to be honest with you, because that's what everyone around me goes through. It was
Yeah.
normal at the time.
Yeah.
So I don't, and obviously there was no like internet. I didn't have my phone. I didn't have a phone to know what's going on around the world, and we
Yeah.
didn't have a
Yeah.
TV to watch the news
When did you get your first phone?
in Australia when I was 16. Yeah,
Dang.
when I was 16. Um, so that was the kind of lifestyle that we were living. But we were
Yeah.
grateful because we were alive.
Yeah,
Um,
of
and
course.
we had a
Yeah.
family, which is
Yeah.
very important as well. We had a community.
Yeah.
We
Absolutely.
were living like a simple life, but because we didn't know what's going on for the rest of the world,
Hmm.
we see that as the norm.
Yeah.
But it was the struggle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but your whole life was that, right? So you didn't.
Yeah, yeah, because I was in Kenya for 13 years.
Yeah.
So because obviously I stayed there 2004 to 2007,
Yep.
and then went to South Sudan for a year, and then came back, and then for another 10 years. Yeah.
I really want to know what an average day for you was like in Kakuma, and like what did you do on an average day? Like, did you have school 7 days a week, or did you have like weekends off, or what was an average day look like, and what was your school like?
Okay. So the average day, so we do school Monday to Friday, and then sometimes Saturday we get like tuitions.
Mm,
So when we were in like class eight, because we do classes back in Kenya. When we're in class eight, you have to do some extra schooling. Um,
yeah.
so the average day, we go to school, like we wake up around 6 o'clock.
Mm,
We walk to school for it's like about an hour walk to walk to school. And then we come back like around we like school finish around like sometime 4 o'clock,
mm.
and then we walk for another hour. We get home
So six
obviously.
to five, basically.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We get home, and then we go play football,
Mm.
and then sometimes, like some of the days, we go to church during the weeks as well. So sometimes we go to church 4 days a week.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Every like 4 days a week
Yeah,
church?
yeah, around 4 days a week.
Wow.
Is whether like can be after training, and church is a must. We have to go to church Saturday, Sunday, so that's a compulsory thing. Because
Right.
I grew up in church in Sunday school, where
Yeah.
we have to go learn songs,
Is
dances.
it the whole camp or just your family particularly?
Oh, there's selective group. So like most people grew up in church in the
Yeah.
refugee camp.
Yeah.
You can always tell the difference between kids that grew up in church and the kids that are just in the community.
Yeah. What's the difference?
It's more of first it's like respect,
Yeah.
and always because we were taught to do the right thing. And like when you see a child that grew up just on the street compared to a child that goes to church, it's
Yeah.
very, very different.
Do you have Sunday school clothes?
Yeah, we do. We
Nice.
do. Yeah. So for me, how I grew up is like, I can't do like something bad because the Bible told me so, because I grew
Because
up in,
Jesus told you.
exactly. I've
Yeah.
been told not to do something right, and God is always watching.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that lived by me since I was young.
Yeah. Did you ever get like, no one really like said the Lord's name in vain, sort of thing, did they?
Yeah, we're told like not to
Got my
not to
ass.
say.
Got my
Yeah,
ass beat.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But in regard to like how life is like in Kenya, or like the schooling and church and things like that, we were like smack everywhere we go.
Even in church.
Oh yeah.
You got smacked in church.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Um, like discipline is like, it's a big thing, right?
Yeah.
You're late at school, you get smacked.
Yeah.
You're late in church, you got smacked. You're making noise, like being
On
a
the way
noisemaker.
in,
Oh yeah. So
is there someone there waiting?
oh yeah, yeah. Let's say school starts. Yeah, let's say school start at like 7:30, right?
Yeah.
And you're seven, like you come, like you pulled up at 7:31.
Yeah.
Like the people, you have two choices. The people that comes late, right? They have two choices. One choice is to go back home.
Uh-huh.
Then when you go back home, you're gonna get smacked by your parents,
Yeah.
right? Or you wait in line, and then you go line up, and you're
Yeah.
getting smacked by the teachers, right? And then you get smacked by the teachers, and then obviously you go into school.
Yeah.
And the thing is, well, when you decide to go back home, you're gonna have to deal with your parents. Go explain yourself. And when you come back tomorrow to school, the school's gonna come and smack you for not coming yesterday.
Right.
Yeah, because it's
Right.
not like the way that schools here is like, if Mass didn't show up, call his parent and ask him
Yeah.
where Mass is. Nobody do that.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll wait for you to come back.
They're kids here, and I know a couple of them. Like, they'll just skip school, and it's all good.
Yeah, it's all good. It's
Yeah.
either you're just gonna get what do you call it? You get detention.
Yeah.
You get detention. I wish that I can get detention.
Sorry.
Like my detention's getting kicked out of school, mate.
Okay, going back to sort of that school setting, who had the authority to hit you? Was it the teachers, or was there someone like there?
The teachers.
The teachers.
Yeah, the teachers. Yeah.
Like, sometimes you get smacked. Do you get like smacked with like a belt or like
Cane.
a whip? A cane.
Cane. Yeah, they got whips and canes. Yeah. So
Did you ever get one of those, like, I'm gonna say this and you can bleep this out if you want to. Did you ever get like a sick who would like enjoy beating kids?
oh yeah, bro. I think I think everybody that smacks people enjoys beating people.
I feel like they do. They
Yeah,
have to.
yeah,
At that
like,
point.
Oh, like, because even in classes, yeah, there's like a someone that we call monitor, which is a captain of the class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, are they your age or are they an adult?
Our age, it can be our age, anyone that gets selected by the class. Yeah, because in classes, like the way that it works in Kenya, it's like, you can be in the same class as your uncle or as your auntie in grade 1, right?
Yeah.
It's not about how smart you are. It's not about how old you are. It's about how smart you are.
Yeah.
So grown as adults with kids are in the same class with kids,
Yeah.
right? We nominate that one person to monitor the class. If people that are making noises, people that are not in class, they write their name down, and then he goes to the office, give their names there.
Yeah.
And then the teachers will come, call the names out, take them to the office, go beat them up.
Damn.
Yeah. So we live like in fear
Yeah.
of like, you always have to make the right thing. Whether you're in school, you're in the community, because in the community as well, there's adults that, if they see a child that's not their child doing something wrong, it's like, they beat them up to discipline them. I appreciate that. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, yeah.
The reason why is because, like, it's like, I don't appreciate being smacked, but being
Yeah.
disciplined, I appreciate it. Like, it keeps you in check, but you're living with fear.
When you say being disciplined, you mean physical discipline?
It doesn't have to be physical discipline.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be physical discipline, but it's just side eye. Um, but like I would never smack my own kids.
Yeah.
Right? I always like I would feel bad if I smack somebody,
Oh
and
yeah.
I feel like the whole thing of like beating kids. I think if because when a child was born, right, they didn't know anything in the world. Like
Yeah.
everything they know is the thing that they heard or thing that they've seen around them. So you have the power as a as a parent to make the child who they want to become. So if they become kids that are disrespectful,
Yeah.
you have a like you have a reason. Like you could be like what do you call it?
Facilitate. You could be enabling it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So from before they know anything, I think you can like have a way of getting them to respect you without
Yeah.
the violent part.
Did it like obviously you had, I guess we'll call it disciplining because that's what they saw it as.
Yeah.
So you had teachers, like people who are like class captains
Yeah.
monitoring. And then you've got like your parents and probably just randoms at this point.
Yeah.
From the way I hear it.
Yeah.
Right. There was that, which we'll call that discipline, but was there ever like onset violence at the camp? Or was it more like just disciplining?
The violence has always been there. Whether obviously it's not like here where there's laws and when people are fighting, there's going to be police that's going to be called and the police going to come and sort it. Like, the police there themselves, while they're smacking people.
Yeah.
So violent, like everyone lives in survival mode.
Yeah.
Whether we're on the pitch, if things are not working well, nobody is going to talk about what's going on. You're going to fist bump with the next boy, then your teammate's going to jump in, another person going to jump in. So it's always like you have to be
Hyper vigilant all the time.
you have to, and that goes to like because there's here we got a lot of protection in Australia.
Yeah.
Whereas like you can walk on the street and you may feel safe.
Yeah.
Right. Back where I came from in the camp, you always have to always look at your back.
Really?
Yeah. But I feel
like people got jumped.
Yeah. People get jumped, you get robbed, like things like that. But that's because people are struggling. That's because like
there's a deprivation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you don't have enough.
You don't have enough.
Yeah.
So and it goes down to like how's like as human being judging others, right? We only see like why somebody act the way they act, or like for example a robbery, why they're a robbery, right? But we don't actually know the circumstances, the choices they had for them to do what they've done.
Yeah, absolutely.
So with the people that are doing obviously like the bad things in the camp, those people they probably need
that thing.
They need it a lot. And obviously I don't see it that way at the time.
Yeah.
But now I see it that way. I'll give you an example before you jumped in. 2 months ago, actually a month and a half ago or something like that, I was in St Kilda. Me and Maurice, we were playing soccer there. We were like doing some shootings there.
Yeah.
And I kicked two soccer balls behind the goal. Yeah. Like I missed the goal obviously, and then they went on the road.
Yeah.
And normally when I kick the balls over, because I'll go to that place a lot of times, and they would just kick the balls like back to me if somebody sees the balls on the road. And there was a car that pulled up, and picked up like two of my soccer balls. He picked them up, and to me I'm like, yeah, it's gonna pass him.
Yeah.
And he ran to the car with them, two of my soccer balls. And to me, I'm so shocked, mind you. This is what do you call it? This is a white guy,
no
right? Because normally our people are the people, people think that, hey, we're the one that do those kind of things.
Damn.
I'm just saying. Anyways, ran with them. I was like, yo. I was like, yo. It's like, it just went off. But the way that I saw it, I had like.
He must have really needed it.
That's how I see it. I'm like,
he needs his balls back.
He needs his balls back. I swear. I'm like,
shoot.
I was like, let him. I was like, I wasn't even mad. Maurice
Yeah.
was laughing so hard. Normally I would be, what I was just confused, but
Yeah,
I
yeah,
told
yeah.
myself that he probably needed more than me. I have
That's
like other
really
soccer
nice of
balls, and
you.
I'm like, just have them, man. But at least should
Yeah.
take one and leave another one.
Right? Why both?
Why both?
Why
But
balls? Why
yeah,
balls plural?
both
Why are you
exactly.
taking his balls? Um,
Yeah,
that's
I've got more balls. Don't worry.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
Let's go back a bit to the camp and like I guess I really want to know what sort of charity organizations because it was charity organizations that gave you the food, is that correct?
yeah. It's called UNHCR. The UN,
UNHCR.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
yeah,
I definitely heard of that. And then like being in fundraising, we always had like kids. We had little cards with kids that we sponsored, and they're so cute. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like we were given a series of cards to sort of help with funding, and I'm somewhat assuming that that was kind of where it went to. So
yeah.
tell me a little bit about the charity organizations and like the roles that they played, and were they big roles? Like were they like major in the camp?
The reason why I'm alive is because of them. I can put it as
So
simple as that.
funding works,
Yeah,
charity
yeah,
works.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, like if it's the same as for example, you sponsoring a kid, like that's maybe like
Yeah.
suffering and things like that.
Mm,
That can be like the small organization and things like the charity work and things like that.
yeah.
With the UN, it's like the United Nation. So people survived, like millions of people surviving because of them. Like they make sure that there's food even though it's not enough. They make sure there's water even though there's not enough. So yeah, it does do work.
That's really good
Yeah,
to
I wouldn't be
hear.
here today without the UN.
That's really good to
Yeah,
hear. Yeah.
yeah,
Shows that like acting, doing something does actually make a difference.
yeah.
You know, so that's really great. And like the water situation, when you told me that it's like once in a day, is that correct?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Once in a day that you had an opportunity, was there enough water for everybody?
Um, Not really. So we get like in Kakuma, we get I don't know about how it is now, but like back then, like it's improving as time goes.
Mm,
Um, but water was coming like once a day. So for example, if water comes like 11 a.m., yeah, people line up with their jerry cans, and there's like obviously someone that like there's always like someone in the community that will be like at the front and operating,
yeah.
and it'll be like, yeah, you already had one, let the other people,
Yeah.
have
Someone to
have
monitor
yeah,
it.
yeah, there's someone that's monitoring it. And with those water, the amount of money, the amount of water that you get, you use it for showering, you use it for cooking, for cleaning, for washing clothes,
Yeah.
and if you have gardening, obviously for gardening as well.
Yeah.
So
How big are these cans? I'm
it's like a 20-liter water, like water bottle, or like it's like think about a 20-liter.
like
So
those the big ones that you
yeah,
carry.
the big one that you carry. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I think when like the material that watering cans are made of.
yeah, yeah. Like it's
Something
a
like plastic
plastic,
heavy.
plastic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like depend on how much water is, and because there's a lot of people that need water,
Yeah.
and like a different type of like in the
Imagine
community.
running and being that thirsty person.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
there's someone that just like glugs the water.
yeah,
Imagine
yeah,
being that person in the
yeah.
situation.
It's cooked. It's cooked.
I need to dunk my head. You know what I mean? I'm drinking as I'm fully submerged.
Oh, it's crazy.
That's mad.
Yeah. So yeah, we will like we have to just manage the water that we like we get, whether like it's like a 520 liters for the
Coming,
whole family.
yeah, coming to Australia.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember what it was like just having water coming out of the taps? Like, did you have yeah, did you have that experience? You're like, oh my God, it's hot too.
Honestly, because I had like a little experience in Nairobi. I
Mm,
lived in Nairobi for a bit,
yeah.
for a few months, and
With your dad, yeah?
not in Nairobi with just my
Just mom?
family. After when we came back from South Sudan,
Gotcha.
yeah, we went to
Oh yeah, yeah.
Kenya. So it was like just the idea of you can get water whenever you want to. You can watch a TV whenever you want to.
Yeah.
Have a light in the house. These little things that we don't appreciate here.
Yeah.
Other things that people are praying for. That just having your own room and forget about having a phone even like
Mm.
not even a Wi-Fi. Like I had my first like proper first lights in Australia, in Kenya, like in the camp when we were in the camp. We couldn't afford the light, obviously,
Mm.
so we were just everything's dark. We're
Yeah,
just
yeah.
living
No
in.
candles?
If you can
No.
if you can afford candles, but
Yeah.
I was like it's
That's wild.
yeah. So it's just and it makes my life easier here. I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
It makes my life easier living in Australia because there's a lot of things that I can be grateful for that I
Yeah.
that I didn't have until I was 16.
Yeah, and I think
Yeah.
like because you didn't have it, I feel like I never had like that extent of, I guess I would say, deprivation of what people think is like bare necessities.
Yep.
But there were things that were lacking, and I will say like it's made me a lot more durable in different situations as well.
Yeah.
Because like if someone's complaining, they're like, "Oh, it's too damn hot. I need the AC on." I'd just be like, "Oh, you have an AC?" It's like
Yeah.
you guys are getting paid.
Yeah.
You
No
know that
shit.
thing? You guys are getting paid?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
wild. Okay, so you were in Kakuma between 2004 and 2007,
Yep.
and then from there you went back to South Sudan to see your dad.
Yep.
Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Cool. And then how long did you stay there for?
For just a little bit under the year.
A little bit under a year.
Yeah.
Beautiful. What was that like? Like, where was your dad living at the time?
It was in a town called Malakal, in South Sudan. It's like it's this town that's not too far from Juba. So that's where my dad was for a little bit, with the rest of my family.
Yeah.
So I had like my stepbrothers and sisters that was living with dad, and my dad with this because my dad got like he got different wives and different kids.
Yeah.
So he was living there with them, and
And mom was with you when you went to see dad?
yeah, we went with mom. Yeah,
What was
yeah.
their relationship like?
Honestly, I can't tell you.
Really?
I can't tell you. There's something about like our parents is that us like Africans kids we ask ourselves how did these guys make babies.
Really?
Right, like how do you make babies? It's just like somehow she's pregnant when they don't like you can't see them do anything that shows that these guys are dating,
Really?
right? Apart from the roles of the women cooking and coming to give the
Yeah.
husband the food, those are the only things that can show that hey, these guys are married.
Damn.
Apart from that, like
No
the emotional,
affection,
no
no
affection,
hugs,
the
none of
emotion,
that.
bro. I got my first hug from my mom in Australia.
No way.
No shit. Like, and don't get me wrong, like it was normal, right?
Let's talk about things that were like normalized for a second.
Yeah,
So, people who you don't know are kicking your butt,
yeah.
and your mom's not hugging you.
That's
So you
yeah,
get no hugs and a
Yeah.
lot of people kicking your butt, like people you don't know.
yeah,
I'd turn around and be like, "Who are you?"
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And then like I feel like if I was going through a hard time, I'd go to mom and like I'd talk to her
Yep.
and like
Okay.
give
If-
her a hug. You know what I mean? Like a bit of like a thing. Like, and it just makes it. But you're telling me she didn't even hug you till. That's a real cultural difference for me.
Yeah, yeah. We don't do all the huggings and stuff. But
Yeah.
one thing that I can't take away is that I know my mom loved me to death.
Good.
And like through her actions and her words and
Absolutely.
like to me, my mom she's like gold,
Yeah.
you know. And nobody like can take that away from her regardless of
Absolutely. When you
'cause-
know, you know.
yeah, when you know, it's like the cultural difference, obviously. Like now we came to Australia and we're seeing all these kids getting hugs and you know,
Yeah, the I love yous and stuff.
yeah, being
Yeah.
shown love emotionally and things like that. And for someone like me, I'm shocked. I'm like, what the fuck, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not used to these kind of things. But like it doesn't take away and the things that my mom have done for me to be
Yeah.
where I am today.
Let's talk about your mom for a second because you said she was like a really important,
Yeah,
like when we were talking, you said she was like really like that sort of core piece into why you're doing a lot of things. So
yeah,
like we'll definitely go a bit about like, seeing your dad
yeah.
in South Sudan, but also like what was your mom like growing up, leading up to sort of going to South Sudan and afterwards? Like what was her role in your life?
Um, I would say like realistically, my mom she was like my mom and my dad, so she's like two in one.
Yeah.
Um, my mom she was never healthy. Like
Mm.
my mom's always sick, and it's it's scary. Like as a child, the only person that you look up to, the only person that like not knowing whether they're gonna be okay
Like how
tomorrow.
is she sick, if you don't mind me asking?
Like my mom has gone through a lot of things. Like in her life, that like it's like a sickness that nobody can even find even here in Australia.
Mm.
Like the condition she has. But
Symptomatically?
yeah, yeah. Like she just like it's like
She like always tired.
she doesn't show that she's tired.
Mm.
But she like when I was young, I don't understand. I just know the mom is in bed, right?
Yeah.
Right now is much better, obviously,
Yeah.
with the environment here and the doctors and everything like that.
Yeah.
But I can tell you that with her there, she never showed that side of her that she's like that
Weak
she's
or
weak and
yeah.
she's struggling
She
and
always like save face.
yeah, always set the face is always there and
Yeah.
um she's always, making sure that we have food, we have water, I have shoes that I'm wearing, I have clothes, and she doesn't work, right?
Yeah.
Um, she makes sure that, I I get my act right and things like that. She makes sure that I make her look good in the community, things like
Yeah.
that. Um, without having like a father figure in the picture, my
Yeah.
mom, she was like everything to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even, now that I'm in Australia, I feel like she need to take a break. If I was to be like a millionaire tomorrow, which
Yeah.
I hope, I want my mom to chill.
Yeah. Is she not
Um,
chilling even now?
it's not in her DNA.
Right. So she's
Yeah,
up and about.
she's always up and about.
Mm.
But
Is she better now though?
yeah, yeah, she's better. But
Good.
and again, we still got a family back in Kenya that she has to stress about,
Yeah.
of like supporting and things like that.
Of course.
Like we do our best
Yeah.
as a children to help back home. But then again, here life is not as easy as it looks as well. So
Absolutely. I
um,
feel like everything's definitely getting more expensive.
oil, the petrol,
Yeah,
yeah,
especially what's going on with Iran.
yeah,
So 2007 up until just before like 2007, 2008, you went to see your dad.
yep.
Yeah. What was like why did you go?
Um, to be honest with you, because that was like I was still young at the time. Um, just as a child, like my mom said that we were forcing her to like we wanted to go see our dad. So
Siblings wanted to see it.
yeah, yeah, as because we were away from our dad for a bit, and like just like any other child, I
To just
think.
sort of have him in your life, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, just
Okay.
just have our dad in our life.
Yeah.
Like my mom, she was in like because we in Kenya we get the education there, but because like obviously she want like we were like
There's no education in South Sudan, right?
it's not as
Mm-mm.
good
Not as good.
as Kenya.
I've
Yeah,
heard, yeah, I was
yeah,
doing a bit of research
yeah,
about it.
yeah,
And because there's like a lack of political stability,
yep,
there's constant sort of war and like discourse. There's no stable education, which is to me really crazy because I feel like that's the bedrock of evolution.
yeah,
Yeah, so you went and visited dad for a bit. You said you had step siblings. How
yeah.
many?
Um, honestly, I don't know. I don't know how many
Was it the
step
village?
siblings I've got. The village, yeah. It's
It
literally
was
the
the
village.
village.
Um, my dad got like different wives and a lot of kids. Just telling you that I don't know. Like coming here when I came to Australia, I had like two stepsisters that messaged me that I never met, never know. They messaged me, "Hey, I'm your sister." And then when I checked the names, we have the same last name.
Oh man.
I'm like, damn. um, so like it was good, living with my step like brothers and sisters there. Like it felt really good, like being close to dad as well.
Yeah. Did you
Um,
talk to him and stuff?
at the time, yeah. My dad loved me, right? I think I've been like the golden child of my family.
Oh, I can see that for sure.
Um, so yeah, my dad loved me, and like it's just I don't know if like even when we came back to Kenya, um, it's just like it's always the need of knowing that your dad is there, but like we weren't talking to our dad much. Our dad wasn't talking to us much when we were in Kenya.
Yeah.
Um, like he would call us once in a while, whether like once a year, um, and like checked on us and things like that. But throughout the year, throughout the time, sometimes we see like our friends and things like that having their dad around and things like that.
You don't realize until you see it, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it does like, you know, sometimes it does like we wish that our dad was
Mm-hmm.
around.
I
But
remember I recently was talking to my brother about this,
yeah,
and he was telling me, he was like, some people they'll be like, oh yeah, they'll make YouTube videos and stuff, and they'll be like, oh yeah, I'm here with my dad and we're just going to do X, Y, and Z. And me and my brother would be like, must be
yeah,
nice,
yeah,
because sometimes like if you don't have that grounding, if you don't have that communication, it's like you can see others have it, you feel the emptiness, and you're like, must be
yeah,
nice.
yeah. I know.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it
wild.
it's even like we would like talk to our dad for like let's say he called us, we talk to him. We feel really great about it that we're talking to our dad. And you feel really good, you feel fulfilled,
Mm.
and then that feeling as time goes
Yeah.
just fades away. And
It needs to be
then
refilled.
yeah, yeah.
Like
So
the support and
yeah, it
the
wasn't
encourage.
consistent.
Yeah.
And it's not even like nobody taught me to be a man. My mom doesn't like, obviously she's a woman. She
Yeah.
doesn't know how to raise a man.
Yeah. There's
That's the
very
first thing.
like baseline biological differences that we can't instruct men on.
Yeah, yeah.
How to do things and how to use things and
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly. But I guess like we navigate our way through when life goes on and we're getting older, we navigate how to treat a man and how to
Yeah.
treat a woman. And I guess to myself as well, because I've seen my mom going through a lot, and I've seen my mom like done a lot of hard things you know
She shouldn't have
that
to
are
do.
yeah that another man can do for
Yeah,
for
yeah.
for her. To me now, I'm like I don't want to be like I don't want another child to grow up like Mass. Um,
Why is that?
because like if I had a dad, because just with my relationships with women, for example, it does like it shows up.
Yeah.
So what I mean by that is I find myself in a pattern like where I have a good woman like in front of me that I'm dating, but in the past I found myself always seeking and not feeling like I have a like what I have in front of me is not enough until I lose
Mm,
it.
yeah.
So that's like a pattern of like feeling like maybe I need more than one or things like that.
Yeah.
Um,
I
and
mean,
trust me,
I feel like the whole more than one thing, I think your dad could relate to.
I mean, like in like honestly, in reality, I've done like a lot of I've done a lot of work for the last few years.
I've seen that
Yeah.
because I've known you since when to at 2021,
Yeah.
2022.
Yeah.
You're very different now than what you used to be. And not in a bad way. I think it's not about being good or bad, it's about developing.
Yeah.
So like,
Evolution.
we evolve, we get better.
Yeah.
And your mom is, as you said, like she's wearing two sides, mom and dad. And I feel like no matter what happens, you have her and she's an example.
Yeah.
Like the next time you see a woman doing more than she should have to, you can be like, yo,
Yeah.
let me,
Exactly. Exactly. And I think as well, like with the work that I've done, I'm so glad that I had to go through the things that I went through with women's and with life and things like that. Because now, like, because I'm single at the moment, if I get a
He's single, guys, at the moment.
uh,
At the moment is the key word here.
um, if I find somebody that I see like because I'm dating to marry.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
if I
same.
see that woman, I know that like I know what to do like with
Mm.
myself. I've done enough work for me to like to not fuck up
Yeah.
or like to always do the right thing.
Yeah.
Not like I don't expect things to always work out, but things that I can control.
Absolutely.
I'll make sure that obviously loyalty is there. She's being treated like a queen, obviously,
Yeah.
and she has that protection, and hopefully, like it's all in God's hand.
Absolutely. And there's a thing where knowing you before, there were things I feel like only now, like you're 25 right
Yeah,
now, and
yeah,
I'm gonna be 25. And I feel like there was a certain point where, again, excuse my language, you can fuck around and find out.
yeah,
So you could be like, see where this goes, see what that is. And back in the day, I don't know if you felt this way, but like even deciding what you wanted or who you wanted to be was not in the concept just yet because you had to get to that point of needing to go into yourself and self-reflect. So I'm not really surprised that, if you made mistakes back in the day, because only time can show you that you need certain moments to just go back into yourself. And I feel like there was a period you deleted your Insta, you went off everything,
yeah,
and you were just phone only. You
yeah,
switched your number as well.
yeah. I
So
did.
that's still saved as your new phone, which is your only phone. But that was a
Yeah,
phase in itself, and I feel like that was the time where things were happening. Is
yeah,
that
yeah,
true?
yeah, yeah. I've done a lot of like I've been listening to a lot of podcasts and reading books and actually self reflect. And like I say from the start of the video, it's like reflecting, like actually doing that deep work, why I'm the way that I am.
Yeah.
I had to go back to when I was a child. The
Did you
things,
spend a lot of moments by yourself, like solitary?
yeah, yeah. I throughout the like when I was off social media, I wasn't really like spending a lot of time with my friends, and I felt like I'm the only one that kind of like would understand myself.
Was it hard doing that?
No, it was not. It was not. Like the hard part is accepting, like taking accountability of the mistakes that I've made and accepting, that, hey, like we got to change that habit.
Yeah.
And accepting that, hey, this is, for example, this is how you were raised, but we can change that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you don't have to be that person
Absolutely.
that you were, the environment that you grew up in. You don't have to be
Yeah.
that
And
person.
and going back to your dad for a second, because obviously you spent that year there and you had a bit more of like a connection, but obviously for most of your life, he wasn't that first-hand person that you'd go to. I'm
Not at all.
assuming
Not
like
at
that'd
all.
be like
Yeah.
mom, yeah, or like
It's
siblings. And
yeah. It's always mom. Yeah.
yeah, so it's like I guess maybe it must be like an acceptance of like just because that person's absence is prominent doesn't mean that it forms the basis of your character. You know
Mm,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like, certain things we have to accept that like that person, we have to like separate ourselves from the person, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Like I don't know about you, but I find like when I see like my parents, I can see myself in them because of the part that I come from.
Correct.
At the same time, there's a major distinction in this. I will never be them, and they
Yeah.
will never be me.
Yeah.
So it's like what I do with those qualities, like, like I'd get, let's say, softness from my mom, but savagery from my dad.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do I choose to manifest that in my life? And where do I choose to manifest it, right? Do it for the right people, to the right people. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, you can bring those sides out because life requires you to be versatile.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah, interesting. So, moving on from South Sudan, staying with your dad for a bit.
Yep.
That's all good. You went to Nairobi.
Yep.
That was 2008, 2009
Yeah,
or
roughly.
2009?
2008, like 2009, around 2009, then I moved back to Kakuma. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, when you were there, what was that like? Did you went to school there, yeah?
Yeah, I went to school for just a bit under a year, and I remember I was in grade 2.
Uh-huh.
And like living in Nairobi, it was so different to living in Kakuma and living in South Sudan as well.
That's a city.
It's a city, yeah.
A big city?
It's a big city.
Yeah.
I remember in Nairobi, like, because there's a few Sudanese like families that lived in Nairobi, and the way that it works is if you can afford to live in Nairobi, you can, like, it's good to live in Nairobi, right? At the time, because my auntie has been here since 2005 and my older brother, so they helped us at the time, so they took us to Nairobi.
Nice.
And life there, it was like so different to Kenya. It was more of like there's still like a gap between the
wealth.
Yeah, I wouldn't say the wealth, the wealth. I'll say the people that are well off, and then the people that this is us,
Yeah.
we're just like us in a big city.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It was we didn't have a TV in Nairobi. It's like probably 90% of people that live in Nairobi had TVs. But we used to go to the neighbor and watch TV, like watch cartoon
nice.
and things like
Were
that.
So there are places you can go.
Yeah, just
get
like
media.
Like the next door. So it's like
any like first like memories of any like significant media? For me, it was like MTV.
Oh, MTV.
Yeah, that was my first thing.
Really?
MTV, because it was before YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was like 2007.
Yeah.
Something like that. I loved MTV.
Mm.
And they were all like 80 songs. But,
yeah. Oh, I just love fucking Tom and Jerry, bro.
Tom and Jerry? No way.
Bro.
The older ones too, yeah.
The real one.
The real
one. The OG Tom and Jerry. For real. It was crazy. Like,
damn.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah. Taking you back to the Tom and Jerry one. I remember like in Kakuma, we have like this comes down to like the best moment in Kakuma. Sorry to
No, go for it.
Like we'll have like a big screen. It's like it's like a car, but then they put a projector, like a white on it. So the projector, like a big truck.
Community theater.
It's like it's mobile. It comes once a month. And it comes at night. We used to call it Film 8. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So every time we see it pass, when we were playing soccer, we'll be running like us.
Forget the ball.
Fuck the ball. This is once a month, bro. We run like follow it, and like the kids will be singing "Feel it, mate, feel it, mate," and it was like we'll be running and going to the place that they go and park it, like the field that they park it on, and we would watch like Tom and Jerry. Like it's always the first like 10 minutes, and it used to be fun. And then like everyone in the community just always like lined up and like they always just around it, in the dark and watching like one screen. And we would after Tom and Jerry, they'll put on a movie for like an hour or so, like any movie. And it was just like the best moment. Then you like on the way home, you just talk about the movie and like talk about like it's always like beautiful because 99% of people don't own TVs.
Yeah.
So they go and watch that, and then tomorrow school you go talk about the movie last night. Um, it was yeah, it was like a blessing.
Mm.
That's like my memory of like Tom and Jerry.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
I love Tom and Jerry as well. Like I
yeah,
used to watch it actually at my grandma's place in the Philippines.
yeah,
She had like just standard channels and they'd replay the same thing at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. So
yeah,
me and my brother would like 7 a.m. just stay up to watch stuff.
yeah.
And then 7 p.m. we didn't care. We'd just rewatch the same
No
thing.
shit.
Yeah.
Do you know like when you know that you don't have a lot or like a lot of when you know that you can't access something every time you want it,
Yeah,
like you appreciate every moment with that thing.
absolutely.
It's like now my TV, I barely go on that shit.
I don't either. I swear to you, I just use it to like fall asleep
It's
sometimes, you know?
cooked. It's cooked. And we're
Yeah.
not grateful because I have a fucking PS5. Like if you
Nice.
tell Max when Max was 13 that
Oh,
you're gonna own a
his mind
PS,
would be blown. He'd be
bruh,
like, "What's a PS5?"
what's a
But
PS5? What the fuck is that? Um, now we used to like pay 10 shilling. Shilling
Yeah.
is a
Shillings.
yeah, shillings.
British. Not really. I mean, shilling was a thing
Shillings.
in
Oh,
old
was it?
British. Yeah.
Oh, so 10 shillings is like the Kenyan money.
Damn.
We'll pay like 10 shillings and we would go to there's a place that is like a studio that they go
Mm.
play FIFA and playing like Superman and Batman where we were like
Where was
Superman and Batman
this? In Kenya
so
or
in
Nairobi?
Nairobi and then they when Kakuma started evolving they brought some in Kakuma as well. But I
Nice.
remember me and my brother we would like when we have the money in Nairobi we would go in and like play FIFA or like
That's
play
so
there. It
fun.
used to be fun, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, now that I have like a free FIFA, I
Don't even use
don't
it.
even use.
Hey, we're too busy doing this. Good on us. Okay, so Nairobi, you went to school for a bit.
Yeah,
You're still doing you there.
yeah,
Same sort of standard of living, I'm guessing.
yeah, yeah. It was. I'll tell you, it was much better.
Yeah.
We were able to access water,
Better, like
which is
more than
good.
once a day.
Yep, yep.
Like just tap.
Yeah, tap. They had tap. Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
Nice.
Um, and with the food part, that's like always a barrier because we have to get the support from my family here in Australia.
Yeah.
But obviously they were helping us because they took us there
Yeah.
to make sure that we were well off.
That's good.
Um,
Yeah.
but in regard to the gap, this is what I say as well. Just because like someone grew up in Australia don't mean that they didn't go through something compared to
Absolutely.
somebody that grew up in a camp. And this is how
Yeah.
I'm going to put it. I've always been thinking about, how I grew up in a camp and the struggle, the things that I've gone through and no food, no water and things like that. But because there's people, like everyone around me doesn't have that.
Mm.
So
That was like a normalized
it's like a normal
standard.
thing, right? It's a standard thing. I don't think in my head I don't see that there's something better or like
Yeah.
there's some like I need more of this and that
Yeah.
because everything that I see is around me mostly it's what I have, right?
Yeah.
Whereas here in Australia or like in any Western, you can be living here if your parents are not well off.
Yeah.
You can be that child where your the kids that you go to school with, same school, they would have like any sort of toy that they want,
Oh
or the
my God.
laptops that they
Yeah,
want,
yeah, absolutely.
things like that. And then with yourself,
Clothing, designer clothing was one
exactly.
thing I noticed for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you see all those things around you, and you as a child, you want it,
Oh
but
yeah.
you can't have it.
I grew up and they had like Gucci bags and like even just not even crazy brands and stuff,
Yeah,
but like the Gucci and the Prada and then they're like non-uniform days
yeah,
and they'd come in wearing designer and I'd be like, I've got a t-shirt.
yeah. I can
You
imagine how
know?
you would hate like to
Oh,
to
it's
go to school
so
on a free school day like with
I
no
would just
uniform.
wanted a uniform to be
Just give me a
honest.
uniform, bro.
Yeah, because growing up, like I would say my family was categorized as in like welfare.
Yeah,
Like even in the States, like
yeah,
my mom would like work a lot, but the divide in the West is very apparent.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can go to the same school, you can eat the same lunch, but there's a difference and they'll make you know it,
Correct.
you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah,
I'm guessing that's a little bit different there. I feel like because it's so normalized, which is not necessarily a good thing, I
yeah,
think. Like normalization of something that's unhealthy is
yeah,
why you'll get certain like people unable to function.
Yeah, yeah,
But on the one hand, it does save you from
yeah, of course, yeah.
feeling always lacking.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I first only realized when I went to Nairobi that we were like, we didn't have enough
Mm,
because the life in Nairobi, there's a lot of people that are well off.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Um, okay. Going back from Nairobi, so you were there up until 2009, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
And then you went back to Kakuma.
Yeah.
What was that like?
The first like month that we were in when we came back to Kakuma, um our house, yeah, our house was sold by it's like they call them the securities of the
Mm.
community, the people that protect people, right?
Yeah, no one was living in the house at the time until they sold it.
Yeah, this was our house. We built it, like we lived there for like 4 years and so before we
Yeah.
left and
You
stuff.
built, your family built the
Yeah,
house.
my mom built it, yeah. And it was like our house. So if we wanted to sell it, obviously we should get the money.
Yeah.
They sold the house when we left, and normally people can't do anything when these guys do that. They have like a power to do whatever.
Yes.
So
What did mom do? I got it. Mom's a baddie, huh?
so what happened is we obviously they sold it to the Somalian family, and they took out all the building that we had for our house, and they
Mm,
were building their own.
okay.
So
Was anyone living in there at the time?
not at the time.
So
So
it was
they
like
they what
eight.
they didn't move in yet. They didn't put a fence yet even. They just had like they had the land, and then they had like
Structure.
yeah, it's like one building had or whatever.
Mm,
And my mom, she obviously we tried to get it back, but we couldn't get our house back, and we didn't get the money.
yeah.
My mom, she burned the
How did
house.
she do you know how she did it?
Bro, just get a fire and go burn them off.
I just
Oh,
got some matches.
that would be matched up. I can't remember why she fucking did it, but the whole community just came because there was like the fire in that house, and
Yeah.
um called the police, and they came and like arrest my mom, and
Mm,
that was my very first time like seeing my mom vulnerable.
yeah.
And to me, I'm like, nobody touched my mom.
Yeah,
I was
absolutely.
only 10 at the time, or even like 9 to 10 or whatever.
Yeah.
I grabbed a rock, and I I hit one of the police with the rock, and it was bleeding.
Uh,
And they came and grabbed me. Then they were just like, stepping on my head, like stepping on my
like
head, my
stomping or
chest,
step
stomping. Like they
stomping?
were like, stomping on me.
A 9-year-old
Um,
kid. Wow.
yeah, they were stomping on me, and like I remember I was vomiting blood.
Damn.
Um, but everyone was watching in the community, and nobody can do anything.
Yeah.
Like, because the police, they have guns, and they have like the power, the Kenyan police.
Yeah.
And it's not like here where, and something like that is happening, we'll put out
You
our
pull out a
phone
phone. Yeah, yeah,
and record
exactly.
and things like that. People are just watching, and even our relatives and things like that, they can't
Yeah.
do much.
Well, violence, well, as we've seen, has been normalized,
Yeah, it's
you
been
know?
normalized, yeah.
Like if someone does something wrong, the answer is violence,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
you can't, like at this point you can't really be surprised that there's still violence happening.
yeah,
Like like the different like groups currently,
yeah,
like there's
yeah,
still
yeah,
violence occurring, and
yeah,
the people who are suffering are the people who, again, they're like the innocents who don't have anything. And
correct, yeah,
it's crazy to me because it's like, guys, you see the pattern. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah. So did you guys get detained for a while, or did you just
Oh, they didn't take me. They took mom. They took mom
mm,
in. They took her for like a day, and then I think my uncles paid money to bail mom out.
mm,
Um, we didn't get the house back.
yeah.
So luckily, because mom, she's very like popular in church.
Nice.
So they gave us a land like next to the church, literally like the same compound.
Yeah.
They just get us to put a fence on the
Wow.
side of the church, and we lived there until we came here.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've experienced this, but I feel like I have as well. Like anytime that I was in need or mom was in need, we had the church community,
Oh, always,
you
always.
know?
It's always been
Yeah.
there. It's
People
always been
people
there.
don't get it. Like if you're up in this difficult situation, I feel like Christians, like the way that the race is to be understanding. It's like as soon as you say you're Christian, it's about Jesus more than it is about God. You know, because
Yeah.
Old Testament and stuff, like even Judaism is all Old Testament. It's about
Yeah.
God. It's Abrahamic, right?
Yeah.
Then when you say Christianity, and let's say for me Catholic,
Yeah.
when I was in really like bad points of my life, I ran away. At one point, I went to church.
Yeah.
Just crashed there, slept in front of like a statue, or like if mom needed something, she was such a like devout Christian.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they always like answer, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Yeah. It's so good like having the
Yeah.
church community.
And you
Yeah.
stayed in that place for like your rest the rest of the time
Yeah,
there.
the
So that
rest of
was
the
like
time
new
there.
home,
Yeah,
second
it
house.
was a new home, and then my step brothers and sisters and my dad's like other wives when they moved to Kenya in 2011,
Yeah.
so they came and lived with us in that small place as well.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And then you were there until 2017.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So you were till you were 17.
yeah. I was 16.
16,
Yeah, yeah.
2000.
Because
Yeah.
I came in March.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Just before you turned
before
17.
September.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Tell me, like, before we kind of go into like sort of like the final bits, tell me a bit about like football and the role that football played in your whole life leading up to Australia, and even like how that sort of transformed as you got to Australia.
Like football has always been the only thing that I know. Remembering like back in the camp, like everywhere we go, we play football. In church, we play football. In the community, we play football. School, we play football.
Yeah.
And then after school, we play football. So on this, like, it's just I grew up on the street playing football, and
Yeah.
that's the only thing that I ever known.
What did
Uh,
football look like over there versus here?
Completely different, right? We play football there for the joy of the game, for the love of the game. Uh, like I actually wore my first soccer boots when I came to Australia,
So you're like playing with what?
barefoot.
Barefoot.
Yeah, if you see my toes, they're
Damn.
pretty up. So we were like we're just playing for the love of the game, right? The difference is like up there is like right now I'm getting paid to play football.
Yeah.
Like it's a privilege to play, like to get paid to play
Yeah.
football. Um, Whereas like growing up there, it's like we're just loving the game, and it's like the competitiveness, the football like shaped who I am. Um, and like it's just like how do I put it this way? Like a lot of kids there, they don't have a lot of things. Like for example, boots, uniforms, and things like that.
Yeah,
But there's like so much talent back where I came from.
I bet.
Yeah, there's a lot of players that are much better than I am. Um, and they just like in a circle, they don't have like opportunity or like to be seen
Yeah.
by anyone.
That's really interesting. And
Yeah.
actually, I think I proposed this question to you a while back, but how do we bring Mas, who has no visibility in Kakuma, how do we like raise awareness to people who are just living their lives here in Australia? Like, what's some things that an average Australian could do to be a bit more aware about world situation?
I think now like things have changed a lot in regard to like creating awareness. There's like social media now. There's like a lot of people that are using phones up there. They
Absolutely.
have like internet and things like that.
Yeah.
So I think
Just connecting more?
yeah, connect like it's definitely more like connecting.
That which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
Your cousin is really
yeah,
cool. He's
yeah,
really driven. I like
yeah,
that.
yeah. Grew up with him, known him since like a baby.
Yeah.
Um,
And he's got an Insta account, which is really awesome. I feel like, just knowing him through you, but also
yeah,
getting to talk to him has like brought to life like a person that I know exists, but never really met.
Yeah, yeah,
Quite
yeah,
appreciate that. And that's good
yeah,
for social media, you know?
yeah,
Good
yeah, for
move.
sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the social media part will be like, you know, getting like it will be even best like for people to show what's actually Kakuma is.
Real
Like
life. Yeah.
yeah, like for example, getting videos and things like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know people I can show you as well. I know people that I know guys that I grew up with that there's a guy that like show the community the side of how Kakuma is and things like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I actually want to just bring some attention before we sort of continue about like your journey to Australia and how, let's say, your past has sort of formed you. I just want to really bring awareness to what exactly is going on nowadays because I was doing some reading, as you said, socials,
yeah,
and there are a few things that just keep coming up, and it's tied into Iran in
yeah,
terms of like correlation to the things that are happening. It's tied into a lot of countries like Palestine, all of these countries that are going through really severe like war situations, and they're all correlated. So these are like certain notes that I took doing research. So
yeah,
there's the SAF, Sudanese Armed Forces, and then the RSF, Rapid Support Forces. And this is like the civil war that's currently going on. So what they're doing is they're like fighting for territory. There are airstrikes, there's heavy artillery strikes, there are drone strikes. And then a couple of weeks ago, like there were like been attacks where like children are being killed, and this is all fighting for territory with like technology also becoming rapidly like advanced and military using and putting resources, I'm just
yeah,
going to say putting resources into higher grade weaponry at the same time starving their own children
yeah,
is to me insane.
yeah,
Like that for me is like mind blowing. And the last time I did this paper, which was like a couple of weeks ago, there were well over 1,000 days of war.
yeah,
33.7 million people depend on humanitarian aid there, and people are displaced with no home, nowhere to live, and nowhere to settle. Um, and this war began in the 15th of April in 2023. And since then, 522,000 children have died out of starvation. And it's said that it's over 700,000 children will be affected by severe malnutrition by 2025. And it's now 2026. So for me, like, just hearing your story, like hearing like must be the lucky one, it's great. And, it actually means something that you're here and you're doing what you're doing. And the goal is not, I'm getting emotional. The goal is not to like drop the bar. The goal is to raise the bar for everybody, to like raise that awareness, to like just hearing like children being starved that badly, to hear like governments using their own like resources, their money, their power just for military, to me speaks to incredible selfish lengths. And I don't know if you agree with that, but that's for me like in my position, that's how I feel when I see that. So, I'm really grateful that there's like social media awareness.
yeah,
It actually sort of displays a very big lack of like awareness as
yeah,
well. Like when you see it and you can no longer unsee it,
yeah,
you know? And I was thinking about this and it was going over my head because I'm like, Sudan's got oil, right?
yeah,
They've got oil, they've got resource, they've got people, they've got money. The thing is that money is not being served to the people.
yeah,
And to me, that's not just a betrayal to the people. I feel like that's a betrayal to Africa.
yeah,
And I feel like if more political leaders saw that, how much we could achieve from like allocating the right resources, devoting education to children, like because of this war, there is no schools available for these children. They are still going through a time, fourth dimensionally, like they have space, they've got time, that they're going through it and they don't have that
yeah,
school. It's crazy,
yeah,
And I just want to say that I'm like, these political leaders are betraying their own country.
yeah,
You know what I mean? They're betraying their country. It's not even about like the people are suffering, the innocents are suffering, but it's like you're betraying Africa
yeah,
when you do that. you
Yeah,
know?
I think like they're very selfish. About when you see these leaders that you're saying, their families are safe.
Mm,
They themselves they're safe. They're just letting the innocent do the dirty work and suffer, like
yeah.
you're saying.
I heard that people like taking lotus plants. Is that something you've heard? Like lotus seeds and lotus flowers? Like they were using that to like feed people?
No, no.
Oh,
What?
I saw that in like a post a while ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The war that you're when the war that was happening in the South Sudan, it's it's so bad. Like my dad has been in South Sudan, right? There was a time where people are being fed for like with dead people in
So
South
you,
Sudan.
the
So
whole Epstein thing. Like
they
as a torture
as
or
a
to survive?
your own family
To as torture.
as torture. So
That's sick.
it's like a tribe, like tribes are fighting, like Nuer and Dinka, right? Let's say my family is being killed. They would hold a gun in my head, and my mom, my dad is like, my siblings are down here dead,
Yeah.
and they feeding me with my own. Otherwise, I get killed. Um, it's it's not human, you know.
Mm.
Um, like these
Yeah,
people,
how do you call yourself a human after that?
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can't, you're not a human anymore.
Yeah, it's things that like that happen that like are not shown in the media, and even the things that are being shown in the media, there is like just a lot of people that are in the power, um, that they getting other people to suffer,
Yeah,
and they just making calls
yeah,
while the people they love are safe.
exactly.
If
It's not their problem if it's not happening
it's
to
not their
them.
problem, yeah.
Yeah,
If their family was, you know in a situation like, for example, if in this building right now, if a president's family is here, they would never say to go to bomb this building.
yeah,
So they don't give a shit about anyone else,
yeah,
and the people as well. Like, a lot of people are just robots. They're just taking orders, and the
yeah.
human side of them is
It's
like
like
gone.
systematic.
Yeah,
Yeah. I feel like just, hearing and like doing like media, unless you're in it, is not really going to show you everything that's going on. And I know like a lot of people in my life, like we do care, we do love, we do recognize that there's like a lot of pain and suffering. But at the end of the day, like some of us, our mental health is so bad when we keep hearing it that we just stay away from the media completely, you
yeah,
know?
yeah,
So it then boils down to the people who are willing to sort of stand up and raise that awareness. And it's really hard, but like I feel like people sometimes, especially leaders and stuff, there's a specific like characteristic that they have. And I think that the power hungriness, and this is what I've noticed, and you could definitely argue with it here, but I feel like people who do these sick things, they're hungry for power.
yeah,
They don't want to be human. The
yeah,
idea of being human is like being weak.
yeah,
At the same time, we are insanely fragile.
yeah,
Like you go in front of a car that's going like 50 kilometers miles an hour, you're done.
yeah,
You're in the hospital, you've got lots of broken bones on you. You're not gonna be like, hey, just a scratch, that's all good.
yeah,
Like, so to be human is like a good thing. But these people who want power, they want more. They want money, they want more. They want territory, they want more. And suddenly it's like you can see the humanity being stripped away. And then I feel like the people who have completely nothing tend to be like beyond human, if that makes sense. So
yeah,
there are people who are scared of being human, then they don't become human anymore. They're like creatures to me. To me at least,
yeah,
when I heard about like the Epstein case, or I heard about what was happening Palestine, Israel, and even what's happening in Iran,
yeah,
right? The amount of lives that are being lost right now is just gut like it's gut wrenching. And this is happening in South Sudan even to this day, and you're born into that, which makes me feel like you've got like a special understanding of it. But let's say for me, being in a very detached sense, being in different countries to see the behaviors, like I've been in the States and stuff, and I can see a pattern. And it's like people who don't want like they're not human, they don't work to their human side, they're hungry for power, they become less human. And then people who are, they're like everyday us, like,
Yeah.
they go against the primal instinct. They don't chase that stuff because, like, let's be honest, did we ever have it?
Oh,
Right? We learned to live without it. We learned to live without amenities. We learned to live without the comfort, the convenience.
yeah.
And I feel like those people, they are also not human, but in the best of ways,
Yeah.
you know? And it's like, bro, you got like not you, but them, they have to stop betraying Africa, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
if you think about how beautiful Kenya is, just like an example,
Yeah.
like my friends are like, come on, let's go Kenya, let's go Kenya, let's go
Yeah.
Kenya. Like, I see it, like the animals, the reserves, like everything. It's like, it's
Yeah.
beautiful. And the amount of money that Africa could make, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they're investing into weaponry, killing people who could actually be working for them and enjoy working for them. And it's like, nah,
Yeah.
it's a shame. It's
Yeah.
actually a shame. Yeah. But I feel like you would have like a better like understanding of it being in it.
Yeah. Like, cause I'm like South Sudanese, but obviously nationality by birth. Um, for me, as bad as it can sound, like my home has always been Kakuma. Like I won't even just say Kenya, like Kakuma, I'd say. Um, I feel safe in Kenya. I might not feel safe like from robbery and things like that,
Yeah.
but when it comes to like my life being in danger, I feel safe in Kenya.
Yeah.
Um, like it's not obviously like perfect in Kenya, but compared to like South Sudan, like in South Sudan, your life can just be taken.
Yeah.
It's like
It's like the value.
yeah, like
It's like,
it's like nothing,
yeah.
and then like life goes on,
Yeah.
you know.
One thing that really like enraged me recently was when a man said to me, this is the way it's been for hundreds of years.
So I can't change it.
Yeah. His attitude of can't change it. And yet we know that we can change people's lives. We
Yeah,
can make a difference. The same way that someone can take lives to the extent that they do, that we can give life.
yeah,
There's a balance. And a lot of the time that's sort of like radical acceptance of violence.
yeah,
I look at that, I'm like, that's part of the problem.
yeah,
Like you're normalizing violence and you're
yeah.
like, yeah, it's been that way.
It's been that way. Can't do anything
Yeah.
about it.
And
Yeah,
then I told this to another one of my friends, like, because of this guy, like I didn't want to ever see him again after he said that.
yeah,
I don't think I will.
yeah,
Um, but I told my friend and he's like, do you know what? He's like, you should put that person in the setting and ask them to say it again.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Say publicly. Yeah,
yeah, because it's
yeah,
like they're not in it and they don't
yeah.
know what it's like.
That's true.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, I think just like raising awareness, like of what people don't see that's happening behind the scenes,
Yeah,
you know?
correct. Yeah.
Um, what would you say to someone who is like not seen and not heard? Like if you could say anything to them now and
Say
they're seeing this, like what would you tell them?
say it again.
Like what would you tell somebody who's like, back in that like difficult position
Yeah,
and they don't feel seen, they don't feel heard, they're stuck? You mentioned to me that like in Kakuma, like the grades, if you don't pass a certain level of high school,
yeah.
you just can't leave. So like to those people, like you can definitely tell our audience of like what that looks like and like what would you tell them being here in Australia and making it out?
Um, I think to me, I always like put God first. I think everything that happened to us, is because God want you to. So, like tomorrow, you may wake up and find yourself in a different place. Like with the way that people are living in that situation, um, they don't have the power or they don't have the resources to go to a better place. Um, like all I can tell them is like, you know, God is there. Um, like it's as hard as I like. It's me, like for example, me speaking to myself when I was in that situation, or like my friends being there right now. It's always believe. That's all I can say. I can't say much about like because world is brutal. There's people that lives here that have a lot of things, and there's people that there that needs just a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, but it's just always to pray. That's all I can say,
Yeah,
and it comes to the bottom of my
absolutely.
heart. I can't like come up with anything to like because I've been that person.
Yeah.
I am here because I'm lucky.
Yeah. I think
Um,
there's a saying, it's like blessed are those who do not see but believe.
yeah,
Something like that. Have you
yeah,
heard that?
yeah.
Yeah,
It's always like always believing that there's always something better, and
absolutely.
things can change tomorrow.
And the
That's
same way, there's
why,
something better, there's
yeah,
something worse. So people
exactly.
who do bad, like,
Yeah,
sit with
like
it.
with I think my mom deserved to be here. Um, with the things that she had to go through,
Yeah.
um, her being here, I think it's a blessing. Her prayers and all
Yeah.
those sort of things. God did answer her.
I'm very happy for her.
Yeah, and
She sounds like a really strong woman, and being a strong woman in that situation, like, automatic respect.
correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And with the like um like the grateful part, of being here, like how I grew up with like nothing. It makes my life easier now. Like the little things that I'm supposed to be complaining about of, you know,
Hmm.
um the rent is too high, this and that. Like,
He'd be like, "Hey, I got a house.
yeah,
I
I have a roof.
have a roof. I've
I
got
have,
electricity."
yeah, bro, I have a coffee machine.
Yeah, I
Like,
love your coffee machine.
yeah, yeah. Um, I have like things that I can afford
Yeah.
with which like when if you were to take me back like a young me or people that I grew up with,
Yeah.
they don't have that.
It's the choice. We don't when you're in a position of like that sort of disparity, the like not having anything. There's situations where life leaves you no choice. And that's the biggest privilege that people don't realize that they have nowadays. You have a choice.
Yeah,
You have a choice to say yes. You have a choice to say no.
yeah,
You have a choice to go somewhere or not go somewhere. You have a multitude of choices of places to go.
yeah,
In a like in a situation where you're, let's say, you're dealing with sort of a deprivation to an extreme kind where you don't even have water, you don't have constant food source, you have no amenities, you have no support, you're stuck in a situation that is like fend for yourself. There's so many people who don't have choices, and I feel like everyone should realize that when we say privileged, it's not, oh, here's your fancy car. It's like you have a choice
to become whatever
to
you want to
become
become.
whatever you want. And that for me is the most like empowering thing ever, because you could literally wake up the next morning and decide to become something because you're here.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Imagine like being like waking up and saying, I want to be a photographer, and never seeing a camera in your life.
Hmm.
Never, like, just seeing like photos or other people having a camera and being like, gee, that must be nice.
Yeah.
I would love like to be able to facilitate people in the future to just enrich themselves in arts and like education. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Education gives you a choice.
Yeah.
And the fact that there's so much displacement from war, and education is the one that hits the hardest.
Yeah.
Like South Sudan, you didn't have that constant education, right?
No.
Versus like Kakuma and Kenya.
Yeah.
So and for me, like as somebody who's like homeschooled,
Yeah.
I wasn't thrown into the education system. I willfully went into it, if that makes
Yeah.
sense, in the
Yeah.
UK and stuff.
Yep.
And I realized like it opened my mind.
Yep.
So yeah, that I feel like we have a choice here and other
Yeah.
people don't.
Correct. Yeah.
Just wrapping up now. So you came here in 2017 with your whole family, like mom, siblings, etc. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like how does it like looking back, like how do you feel about like that period then versus now? Do you feel like the same person or have how's things changed?
At heart, I'm still the same person. I'm still that child that would help somebody if I can. I'm that child that would be checking up on my mom and see she's okay.
Yeah.
Um, the changes would be like I can become whatever like I want to, like whatever I want to become.
Yeah, and
Uh,
just for context, you do disability support
yeah,
as your main job. So from like helping like mom and everything day to day, that
yeah,
sort of like transformed into a very important role
yeah,
here. Yeah, so
yeah. I have a I have a deaf sister. I didn't tell you this. I have a deaf sister. Her name is Nyatak.
uh-huh.
She plays soccer.
Oh, nice.
She's in Kenya, and it's just like one of the main reason why I actually like helping people is like where I grew up is the people with disability. We see them as crazy people, like the
Really?
intellectual disability. They just in the community running around and things like that.
Do they get support?
They barely get a support. They There's a place called JRS. I don't know what that stand for at the time, but there was like that facility where it's like a big facility for them. Um, but I'll tell you this, like there's a lot of people, thousands of people in the community that may need help, but we don't see them as people that they need help. We see them as people that are crazy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that we go through, depression and things like that.
Yeah.
But because
Depression. I just eat some food.
no
Go to
shit,
sleep.
yeah, yeah, we obviously don't see them as like those are people that need help.
Yeah.
And with my line of work, like I do like helping somebody that is in need, like watching them grow and seeing them um like if you can't do something and I'm able to do it for you,
Yeah.
that fulfills something inside me.
Yeah. Because
Even
it's like helping mom too, right?
correct. I have a habit um of helping like the homeless people when I came to Australia. Every time I go in a grocery like shopping center, like for example
Yeah.
Coles and all these, and there's like a homeless person sitting outside. I just have that inside me. I always ask them if they want something
Yeah. Yeah.
in the store. I don't like giving them money.
Money, it's not the
Yeah,
answer. Food is great.
yeah.
Food is
So
good for sharing.
yeah, I know. So like the amount of time where I walk with them to the store, I don't even try to get them to like for me to go buy it myself. I want to
Yeah.
come to store with me. I want them
That's
to feel
awesome.
like
Go
they,
shopping.
yeah, like you're just like anyone else here.
Absolutely.
Um, I like having conversation with them, and I like if I'm able to get them something that they can eat. It's not going to change their life, but
Yeah.
um, it just fulfills something. Like it's like a big win for
Yeah.
me of the day.
Yeah.
Um,
Absolutely.
and like it's always like a highlight of
Yeah.
my day if I get the opportunity to do that.
Yeah. A
Yeah,
really strange question as well.
yeah,
Do you believe in like a certain duty in this earth that you have to do?
yeah,
So
yeah,
like for example, I'll just use myself like for me like a duty of mine is to let's say if I went through certain difficulties, I see somebody else going through it, whether it's let's say lack of confidence or if it's like anything, you know what I mean? Somewhere where they like need to be empowered or even if they need to be shut down.
yeah,
If they go like are like disrespecting boundaries and stuff, I find it like my personal duty to be like feed them, clothe them, do this, do that. Do you feel like you have like since coming to Australia, do you have something that you feel like it's your duty to do so it doesn't matter how you feel? Is it like do you have stuff like that?
I think I do. Like like for me, if I can make your life easier, I kind of feel like that's like my duty.
Yeah.
Um, I think it's just how I was raised when I was in church. Like when I was younger, it's like if you can make like another person's life easier, and you're able to do it. So with like growing up, like a lot of us didn't have like a lot of things. If you see like an older person, walking and they need a hand or some stuff like that, we help them. So it's just like making, like to me, I think it would be like making another person's life easier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I guess we'll just wrap up. I know we haven't gone through, I guess, even half of
Yeah,
everything.
yeah,
Like we
yeah.
did go through quite a lot, but I know there's more to you than what we've spoken about. And obviously, even doing this project, doing this full like startup, definitely gave me a lot more insight, and I feel like, you know, taught me a lot of things about you, which I'm actually really grateful for.
Yeah.
Just like meeting you at the club versus like,
I don't go to
yeah,
the club anymore,
you
by the
don't meet
way.
your wifey at the club,
It's
just
been three
saying.
months. I actually have a step out,
Yeah,
so I'm so glad
yeah,
for
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
But where do you see this going now? Like now now you are the first person um to put yourself out there and be like, hey guys, this is about me. This is the life that I've led. Like, where do you see that going? Like, how far do you want to take it?
Um, to me, like the podcast is just like an entry point for me. Um, I'm hoping to do actually big things. And when I say big things, is like creating this is like a community. As this is just my story.
Yeah.
You have your story, another person have their story. So building that community, it can be even like the events and things like that. Like having that safe space, wherever it is.
Yeah.
Podcast is just like a space, like it's just a like a voice that we're just
Yeah,
giving.
it's like a virtual space in itself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to actually create like I'm hoping to for it to be a big community, have real people,
Yeah.
listening to like real stories. Because this is about like I can tell you something, but are you actually listening or are you just hearing me? So
Exactly.
it's a big thing where like I'm trying to create that space of people actually listening to each other. And this is main thing about me as well is like about creating this space is once you hear my story, knowing where I came from, the things that I've been through, it's probably gonna make you understand me more.
Yeah.
And that goes down to everyone, that tells their stories.
Yeah.
If we have that space of like of telling our stories and telling people who we are, it's gonna help us judge each other less.
Absolutely.
And that's like it's like kind of like an end goal for me.
Mm,
Make people that feel seen, that
yeah.
are home
From
watching
anywhere.
from anywhere.
Being anyone.
Yeah, anybody,
Yeah.
to feel seen and feel heard as well
Yeah.
without being judgment.
And
Yeah,
that's like a baseline principle in
yeah,
itself, I would say. Like, if you are just sort of coming into the picture for glory, I don't think this is about glory,
yeah,
you know? It's like, again, it's not trying to put someone up there. Yes, we uplift, yes, we empower, but it's like raising the bar.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
not being selective, it's not segregating, it's not making it exclusive. The exclusivity is like where you stand.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like who
yeah,
you are.
yeah,
With that story being shared, it's like people can see you, they can hear your story, and everyone picks something else from
yeah,
it. Like
of course.
everyone picks a bit of like an understanding or a lesson from it.
Yeah,
So it'd be really, really nice to see how far you can take this.
yeah. What I can tell you as well, with the community that I came from, the Sudanese community, even here in Australia, um, we're just we weren't taught to speak about our emotions and to speak up, you know, and me being one of the people that can actually come and speak up,
Mm,
I'm very like proud of that. Even though
absolutely.
like it may not be easy, but I've made peace to myself. I've owned my story,
Yeah.
and that's why I'm not even scared to share my story and to share my emotions
Yeah.
for like to be vulnerable for other people to like see that side of me. because that's the human side.
Yeah, that's our
And
rawness. And like it's not a crime to be human. Like
yeah,
that's like the whole emotional thing, the thing of children should be seen and not hurt. Boys don't cry. What are you gonna do? Burn off your tear ducts?
yeah,
You're human. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like I don't like I personally do not like cannot connect with people who are like that bland and like hidden,
yeah,
like it's the humanness, it's the vulnerability that like has that connection.
yeah,
You opening it up opens that channel for connection.
yeah, yeah,
And so hopefully more people can do that as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Yeah.
See how it goes. Yeah, just like to end it, I'm just gonna say to everyone that is watching, thanks for watching. Um, like everybody have their own stories, and including you, the person that's watching. What's your story? Everyone is welcome on the show to come and tell their stories, and like it's a safe space, like we say, without any judgment. You're welcome anytime. If you ever feel like you need to talk to any of us, me and Cash, reach out. We're,
Absolutely.
we're gonna put our socials there, and we have that space. Even you don't have to be in front of the cameras. You're
Yeah,
welcome to
exactly.
reach out to us.
You could do like there's so many different formats we can go about expression. Like creativity is like the best because you could do audio, you could do visual, you can write something. We can read letters out.
Correct.
If people want to write experiences and stuff and we can read letters out, I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
costs you like 70 cents to send the letter.
yeah.
And even that, just connecting and having that sort of like moment,
That's a great idea.
like
Yeah,
connecting with somebody. And it's not about the ego. Like we were talking about this today. It's not about the ego. It's not to pump anybody up. It's not to be like on the one hand, it is glory to you to be
no, like
like,
it's
but it's not, it's like open
yeah,
the space,
yeah. It's
have your
literally
space, be welcome, be seen, be heard, and that is the glory.
yeah,
But it's not like, oh, like, yes, things are bad and yes, things are good. But it's not to follow the highs and lows. It's about just being and showing who you are,
yeah,
because there are things that you, the viewer, would experience that we will have no idea about. For example, I will never know what it's like to be in Kakuma unless I would go back with you. And
yeah,
even then, I'd have no idea you spent years of your life there.
yeah,
Fourth dimensionally from like the space, the time, the way you went through it, we can never replicate.
yeah,
So every single person, everyone out there has something that we don't have.
yeah,
But with whatever you've learned, we can learn too. We can grow, we can develop, and we can find solutions. For example, like stop letting your country down. Like political leaders, stop letting your country down. Like there's so many beautiful places that people are destroying, like so many heritage architectural archaeological buildings,
yeah,
and when these bombs are going off, it's not only hurting the people, you're hurting the land, you're hurting your resource, you're hurting your pocket, you're hurting everything. And for what?
yeah,
For what? To be great until you die?
yeah.
You're like some of these leaders, they're close to their deathbed already, and
Oh
I'm like,
yeah,
why are
yeah,
you even here? Like, where are
yeah,
your
bro.
dentures, man?
Like in a lot of countries in Africa, nobody votes, man.
Yeah,
Like
like
they don't vote. It's like
systematically it's
yeah, yeah,
broken.
yeah. It's
But it's like with the awareness that we can raise, like you can actually have a real solution out of this. Bringing like that visibility can change the world the same way that there are people changing the world out there, not in the best ways.
yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah,
share your story, pull it forward. There's no judgment, there's no like, oh, what a loser or something. That doesn't exist here. It's not,
yeah,
it's just you.
yeah. And anyone is welcome. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll catch you on this episode too.
Yeah,
Thank you.
till the next episode.
Till the next. Ciao.